And they're off. And coming out very nicely, Adios Al from Meg. Shooting for the lead is Dara from the outside, scouting around the outside for the early spot. Up the rails goes Diva on a Dime. Diva on a Dime shares it with Adios Al and Dara. A length away, Smoke and Mischief. Meg got behind them from Not Asteroid. And last, Seeking Her Star. Round the turn they run. And shooting away, Diva on a Dime. Her Star, Meg the centre, and as they come out in front, it's Smoke and Mischief. Has dashed away. Smoke and Mischief taken on by Dara. Dara called on is the only danger here, but Smoke and Mischief going on, and Smoke and Mischief by 2 lengths. Dara, 3 away. Adios Al. Behind them, a photo Diva on a Dime and Seeking Her Star. All in, locked up. And they're off. And a good start for Kitten Candy on the outside. Jack's Escarpment and Nashville Night. They've gone out together, Jack's Escarpment and Nashville Night. And they open up 3 lengths. On the inside goes Puntruski, Bear No Joke the other. And they separate now from Kitten Candy back to second last. And Constantino's absolute last is about 8 lengths off this leader. Racing out in front, Jack's Escarpment has a half on Nashville Night. Closing ground, Bear No Joke on the outside. Back on the rail, Puntruski. They must be 10 in front. And Kitten Candy's back second last, and Constantino has a ton of ground to make up. They head down inside the 3/8. The half is coming up, and it's going to be fast. Jack's Escarpment on the outside, and Nashville Night the rail. They tussle by a length. Puntruski the outside. Back and forth, Bear No Joke, and 6 away. Constantino started to grind home as they come down the lane in the center. Jack's Escarpment tackled by Puntruski. Right down the outside, Bear No Joke and Nashville Night the rail, but Puntruski got the upper hand. Constantino's running late. Puntruski got away by 2. Bear No Joke in second, and Puntruski has this one. A great effort. Puntruski out to the wire by 3 or 4 lengths. Second, Bear No Joke. Jack's Escarpment third, and then Constantino. Race time 1:09 flat. Goes into the gate. They're all in. Locked up. Off they run, and a great start for Hollywood Vixen out wide. And Fanatical near the centre, beginning well. Miss Bow to You and 13 Diamonds. They're up in the top rung, showing some speed. Gypsy Jazz lying in the centre in 4th, and behind them Prize Bourbon travelling pretty well. Got the head up a bit there. On the inside, Princess Negon. Classy Scarlet got back about 5 off the lead. The Mink Mile is second last, and tailed off last early is Flash in the Pants. Racing to the lead, Fanatical by 3/4. Miss Bow to You. 1 away third, Gypsy Jazz. Scraping Pain, Princess Negon. Prize Bourbon's had a good trip the centre. On the outside of them, 13 Diamonds moving up. In behind is Hollywood Vixen, a length and a half to Classy Scarlet, pushed along a bit. And then the Mink Mile now called on, and 3.5 to Flash in the Pants. They race inside the 3/8 now, and the leader Fanatical by a length. Gypsy Jazz running a bold race. 13 Diamonds and Princess Negon are next, and running home now. Prize Bourbon starting to wind up, and around the outside from the back, the Miles coming with a wet sail. They turn inside the quarter. Fanatical tackled by Gypsy Jazz. On the outside, 13 Diamonds. The Mink Mile has run right around the outside, tackling them. Up the rails, Princess Negon. The Mink Mile comes for the lead down the lane, and the Mink Miles hit the front. Prize Bourbon running on late now. The Mink Mile got away though. The Mink Mile out by 2.5, and the Mink Mile is going on to win. The Mink Mile by almost 3 to Prize Bourbon second again. Fanatical in a show photo with Classy Scarlet, and then Princess Negon. (1:24.45). Off and racing and coming out the best, Something Extra, Lady Shipman. Right up on the inside, Lady Shipman second, a length away third. Moving into it quickly, Green Mask has gone up on the outside of the filly. And a length away came Black Hornet, Hootenanny. And last is Passion for Action. But Joel Rosario switches off the inside and goes up to challenge. It's Something Extra from Lady Shipman, who's a neck away second. And now settling with the drop on them nicely is Green Mask, a length away third. A break of 3 lengths away the others, Black Hornet, Hootenanny, and Passion for Action on the inside. They've gone through the first quarter briskly, and out in front it remains Something Extra by a long neck to Lady Shipman. Right behind, waiting in the wings, is Green Mask as they come for the lane in the Highlander, and Lady Shipman tightening the screws now on Something Extra. Green Mask down the outside. It's Lady Shipman going up to share the lead. Down the outside, Green Mask, Passion for Action running on. On the outside, Green Mask tackling Lady Shipman, and down the outside, Passion for Action. Something Extra's there, but Green Mask has got the measure of Lady Shipman. Passion for Action's getting them all. Passion for Action right over the top. Passion for Action's hit the front, and Passion for Action in front has won the Highlander Stakes a neck. Green Mask second, 2.5 Something Extra behind them, Lady Shipman, Hootenanny, and last Black Hornet. And they're off, and they came out well, although Hockey Hair darted away and drifted off a line. And going out in front, right through in the centre, Luna Davril. Away sharply in the centre, 2 Phoebes. Caught up the inside. Going through to be the leader is Unclaimed Treasure. And tracking through on the rail is Somiesk. They're all in a bunch. Hockey Hair's there with Angel's Gate. And although last, Lady Bakara is only a few lengths off the lead and racing up in the centre. As they head down the backstretch, I Want S'mores is dipped to last. But out in front, narrowly, we've got on the inside, Somiesk and Unclaimed Treasure in front. A half a length away in third. Placing on the outside is Luna Davril. Racing in next position, trying to get involved is Phoebe's Court, and on the outside, dropping back a little bit, is Angel's Gate behind Hockey Hair. And at this stage, Lady Bakara second last. I Want S'mores is the trailer on the outside, going to the front, and just the leader, Unclaimed Treasure over Somiesk, has to contend with Luna Davril on the outside. Hockey Hair running on, and now Lady Bakara up the inside of Phoebe's Court is winding up well. They got away from Angel's Gate, and last I Want S'mores. Luna Davril nursed along as they come for the lane. Trying to get involved is Lady Bakara, and down the outside Hockey Hair. As they come home, it's on the inside Lady Bakara after Luna Davril, and down the outside of the track Hockey Hair. The leader is still Luna Davril. Lady Bakara in second, but Luna Davril by a length to Lady Bakara, and Luna Davril is not stopping. Lady Bakara now comes off the inside, but it's too late, and Luna Davril by a length to Lady Bakara. Unclaimed Treasure third. Hockey Hair was fourth, and then Phoebe's Court. Dragon Bay in there, all in, locked up. Racing in the Charlie Barley, and a perfect line. Coming out sharply, Dragon Bay on the outside with Spring House. A nice beginning near the rail for Salsa Bay, searching for the lead. Conquest Enforcer's right there's going to hit the front early, and Conquest Enforcer has gone out to lead. The favourite in the lead by a neck to Salsa Bay. Hammer's Vision right there in third. Spring House the outside fourth. One to More Dogs. Behind them is on the outside. Is about 4 off the pace. Ruck the centre, then Dragon Bay. Conquest Daddy-O parked second last on the inside, and last of all is Hollywood Hideaway. So in front, Conquest Enforcer establishes a length spare on Salsa Bay in second. Hammer's Vision third. Springhouse the outside, and they race along to the half mile. A break of 2 lengths the next bunch, including Uncle Guy running on a little bit. Dragon Bay the outside of More Data. Ruck has dropped in behind, then Hollywood Hideaway and Conquest Daddy is last, but the stablemates in front. Conquest Enforcer through 46 and 2 half mile takes them down towards the quarter pole. In second, Springhouse, and Springhouse drilling up on the outside. They turn in the Charlie Barley, and Conquest Enforcer now asked to roll down the lane. On the outside, Springhouse, they're clear of Hammer's Vision and Dragon Bay. Conquest Enforcer still under hands and heels riding. The whip is out on Springhouse, and it is Conquest Enforcer by a length. Springhouse in second, Dragon Bay in third, and Hammer's Vision. And Conquest Enforcer now given a reminder or two to keep the mind on the task. But the Charlie Barley to Conquest Enforcer from Springhouse, and Conquest Daddy-O in the photo came flying late. Then Dragon Bay and Uncle Guy. The race time 1:33.73. And they're all in, locked up. Gates fly back, they're off, and they came out as one. A tremendous start. And one of the best into stride is Sito. Up in the centre, Nipigon's gone to the early lead. On the inside, Zonka. Under a hold, Handy is Remembering Mickey, and Guitar George going up on the outside. And in the early stages at the back, a Tone Daddy, Macho Brew, Nigon's Turn, and Sign Me To is last. The pace is pretty slow up front at the moment, and Nipigon with a measured stride by a length crossing to the inside. Zonka sharing second spot. On the outside, Guitar George. A couple away is Sito, followed by Remembering Mickey's got a nice position with cover. They're out by a length to Nigon's Turn, going up on the outside of Tone Daddy. Macho Brew is second last, and the trailer at this stage, Sign Me To, about 7 off the pace. The first quarter was 24 and 4, and Nipigon cuts them along here. Nipigon over a length to Guitar George. On the inside is Zonka. Up on the outside is Sito. One away, Remembering Mickey. Nigon's Turn is joining in. A break of 2 to Tone Daddy, Macho Brew, and last of all is Sign Me To. The half mile, 49 and 4, and there's really been no change up front, and it is Nipigon. Nipigon by 2 lengths. Lying in second, Zonka. Now Remembering Mickey called up the inside to make a run. In the centre, Guitar George. 3 wide is Sito. They got out by a couple to Nigon's Turn. Macho Brew is winding up, but well back. And then Sign Me To and Tone Daddy. They come down to the quarter, and Nipigon still in front. Zonka second. Remembering Mickey the inside. Right around them comes Macho Brew with a nice run. Nigon's Turn held up. Down the lane, and Nipigon in front. In second, Zonka right off the track. Macho Brew, Remembering Mickey on the inside. Remembering Mickey's coming. It's Nipigon in front. Nipigon by 2. Remembering Mickey trying to mow down Nipigon. Nipigon by a length holding out. Remembering Mickey is flying late. Nipigon on the inside. Nipigon gate to wire. Remembering Mickey second. 5 away, Macho Brew. Then Nigon's Turn and Guitar George. And is moved into the gate, and they're all in, locked up. Away and racing, and coming out the best, Mr. Grumpy. A good beginning, Money Talker. They're the top 2 early. Amise Holiday got out smartly. Up the inside is Aldous Snow and Danish Dynaformer as they work their way down the stretch the first time. Hardest Cause on the outside. And back to the tail end early is Generous Kitten as they start the climb up the hill. And racing with the advantage is Money Talker. Money Talker by 1. The second is Hardest Core. Lying third, Mr. Grumpy. Danish Dynaformer is opens up to lead by about 2 or 3 lengths. Lying second, Hardest Core. They're 6 in front. Mr. Grumpy is third. 1.5 lengths, Danish Dynaformer, followed by Aldous Snow. Generous Kitten is back second last. And 4 lengths away last is Amise Holiday. Trying to break free here, and doing so are Money Talker and Hardest Core. Hardest Core and Emma Jane Wilson tracking well as they work their way down the backstretch. 6 away third, Mr. Grumpy from Danish Dynaformer. Aldous Snow on the inside. 2 to Generous Kitten. And 6 away last is Amise Holiday. The half 50 51 and 2, and out in front it is still a length and a half lead to Money Talker. Lying second, Hardest Core. Now the Brigade coming on a little bit. 4 lengths to Mr. Grumpy. And Eureka Rosa de Silva getting Aldous Snow to run up the inside. Danish Dynaform is 3 wide. 1 to Generous Kittens, travelled easily. And last is Amise Holiday. Start the run down towards the half mile, and it's Money Talker in front. Hardest Core second. Lying third is Mr. Grumpy. Danish Dynaformer is moving up. 2 lengths away, Aldous Snow. Generous Kitten on the outside, winding up for Julien Leparoux, and last is Amise Holiday. They hit the 3 furlong peg and still in front. Money Talker. 1, Hardest Core second, a length and a half, Danish Dynaformer. Up in the centre, Aldous Snow, Generous Kitten the outside, and on the rails, Mr. Grumpy, last Amise Holiday. Hardest Core after Money Talker. Down the outside, Danish Dynaformer, Generous Kitten in behind them. They run down towards the final furlong and a half, and Danish Dynaformer's come up to hit the front, and Danish Dynaformer back to Woodbine with a vengeance. Danish Dynaformer in the Singspiel clearing off. Down the outside, Generous Kitten, but it's Danish Dynaformer in front, and Danish Dynaformer has won it. Hardest Core second, Aldous Snow third. Behind them, Generous Kitten, and on the inside, Money Talker. Then the time, 2:28.78. Jose Ortiz, they're locked up. Racing in the dance smartly, a great start. A good beginning, Nakuti and Uchenna. And coming through in the centre is the Teacups, and taking up the run is Lexi Lou on the inside, has come up to share the advantage with Goodyear for Roses to second. Right behind them goes Secret Action, who's in the thick of things with on the inside Ball Dancing. Strut the Course parked behind the main bunch, and a length away Uchenna. 1 away is Heath on the inside, who's third last. Next to last, Industrial Policy, and the early trailer is Season Ticket. And the 2014 Queen's Plate winners out in front, doing very nicely here. Lexi Lou. Lexi Lou left alone, racing out by 4 lengths. Lying second, Goodyear for Roses on the inside of the Teacups. A length away came Secret Action. Nakuti taking closer order from Strut the Course. On the inside is Ball Dancing. They're out by 2 to Heath, getting up on the inside of Uchenna. Back second last, Industrial Policy, and last is Season Ticket. They swing off to the half mile, and look at Lexi Lou just loving this. Lexi Lou 6 in front. Goodyear Roses, the Teacups second and third. A break to Nakuti. Up the inside is still Secret Action. Now Strut the Course starting to wind up. 3 lengths away is Uchenna. On the inside is Ball Dancing, and behind them Industrial Policy running now. Second last as they turn is Heath, and last Season Ticket. Top of the lane in the dance smartly. Lexi Lou in front. Coming fast, Nakuti and Strut the Course. And Strut the Course at the girth of Lexi Lou. Nakuti the centre. Down the outside, Ball Dancing running on, and so too Uchenna. 3 across the track. Nakuti just in front. On the outside, Strut the Course, battling away Lexi Lou, and down the outside, Uchenna. It is Nakuti, and Lexi Lou fights right back, and flying late is Heath. Lexi Lou's going to do it. Yes, she has. Wow, she's terrific. Lexi Lou first, Strut the Course in the photo with a weakening Nakuti, and on the inside was Heath. Goes up, and they're all in, locked up. Racing in the Queen's Plate. Leave Him in Malibu got squeezed a little bit. Chebarashka best into stride with Esposito, and showing early speed Shakamat. Sir Dudley Diggs on the inside. The grey My Name is Jim is handy, and on the rails Narrow Escape, and in behind them early is Amise Gizmo, who's about 4 off the pace. Up on the inside early is Mike, and the pace is very measured as Shakamat's gone to the front. Racing back in the centre is All on Red. On the outside, Scholar Athletes third or fourth last with Rocket Plan. Gambles goes to second last, and Leave Him in Malibu is last. A different game plan today by Emma Jane Wilson, and it's Take Them All the Way if we can. Shakamat in front, leads in the Queen's Plate out the stretch, and leads by 1. Chebarashka second. Narrow Escape on the inside. Handy Esposito, but caught a little bit wide. Sir Dudley Diggs the centre. Crying out for room is Mike, and around them now goes Amise Gizmo. My Name is Jim is mid-pack. 3 parts to Scholar Athlete. Patrick Husbands is next on Gamble's Ghost. Then Rocket Plan, all on red, starting to move into it, and Leave Him in Malibu the outside. The half was 49-4, and they're playing right into the hands of Shakamat here. Shakamat by 1. Esposito's gone to second, and Amise Gizmo's right handy now. And back to fourth, Chebarashka. Sir Dudley Diggs called on off the track. My Name is Jim. Scholar Athlete splits horses as they head towards the far turn. Off the track, all on reds, under the whip-up, making ground. On the inside, Narrow Escape. Now Gamble's Ghost asked to run, as on the outside, Amise Gizmo's going to the front with Shakamat. Leave Him in Malibu's back, fourth last from Mike. Rocket Plan's at the back. They race to the quarter, and Amise Gizmo's gone on by Shakamat. Is able to come back a little bit, Shakamat. And running home well are Sir Dudley Diggs, Scholar Athlete, then Esposito. Top of the lead in the Queen's Plate, and Amise Gizmo trying to tear away. Shakamat on the inside. Down the outer is Sir Dudley Diggs. Sir Dudley Diggs the threat. Amise Gizmo in front, but here comes Sir Dudley Diggs and Julien Leparoux. Sir Dudley Diggs has hit the front, and Sir Dudley Diggs from Amise Gizmo. Sir Dudley Diggs has won the Queen's Plate. Amise Gizmo second, all on red third, and Scholar Athlete fourth. To 4.09. Goes up, and they're all in, locked up. Racing in the Queen's Plate. Leave Him in Malibu got squeezed a little bit. Chebarashka best into stride with Esposito, and showing early speed, Shakamat. Sir Dudley Diggs on the inside. The grey, My Name is Jim, is handy, and on the rails, Narrow Escape. And in behind them early is Amise Gizmo, who's about 4 off the pace. Up on the inside early is Mike, and the pace is very measured as Shakamat's gone to the front. Racing back in the centre is all on red. On the outside, Scholar Athlete's third or fourth last with Rocket Plan. Gamble's Ghost is second last, and Leave Him in Malibu is last. A different game plan today by Emma Jane Wilson, and it's Take Them All the Way if we can. Shakamat in front, leads in the Queen's Plate out the stretch, and leads by 1. Chebarashka second. Narrow Escape on the inside. Handy Esposito, but caught a little bit wide. Sir Dudley Diggs the centre. Crying out for room is Mike, and around them now goes Amise Gizmo. My Name is Jim is mid-pack. 3 parts to Scholar Athlete. Patrick Husbands is next on Gamble's Ghost. Then Rocket Plan, all on red, starting to move into it, and Leave Him in Malibu the outside. The half was 49-4, and they're playing right into the hands of Shakamat here. Shakamat by 1. Esposito's gone to second, and Amise Gizmo's right handy now. And back to fourth, Chebarashka. Sir Dudley Diggs called on off the track. My Name is Jim. Scholar Athlete splits horses as they head towards the far turn. Off the track, all on reds, under the whip-up, making ground. On the inside, Narrow Escape. Now Gamble's Ghost asked to run, as on the outside, Amise Gizmo's going to the front with Shakamat. Leave Him in Malibu's back, fourth last from Mike. Rocket Plan's at the back. They race to the quarter, and Amise Gizmo's gone on by Shakamat. Is able to come back a little bit, Shakamat. And running home well are Sir Dudley Diggs, Scholar Athlete, then Esposito. Top of the lead in the Queen's Plate, and Amise Gizmo trying to tear away. Shakamat on the inside. Down the outer is Sir Dudley Diggs. Sir Dudley Diggs the threat. Amise Gizmo in front, but here comes Sir Dudley Diggs and Julien Leparoux. Sir Dudley Diggs has hit the front, and Sir Dudley Diggs from Amise Gizmo. Sir Dudley Diggs has won the Queen's Plate. Amise Gizmo second, all on red third, and Scholar Athlete fourth. To 4.09. And they're all in, locked up, and they're off. And coming out really well, I Deliver, and Neves Valentine deep on the track, showing early speed. His timing is everything. Nearer the rail, Try a Lawyer peeking through now, and on the inside is Fortis. And as they come down the stretch, Negon's Edge is staying handy as well. Plenty of pace being shown with Hey Bear joining the fray on the outside up top. Meantime, behind the main pack, Forest Brother, Divine Dance, and the trailer is Yongan. Racing out in front by a length, Neves Valentine got to the inside. Second, I Deliver. Hey is third, 2 lengths away. Fourth is Fortis. 1 away, Trial Lawyer's about 5 off the lead. 2.5 to Negon's Edge, and back on the inside. Timing is Everything, dropped behind the main bunch. 5 away, Forest Brother. Yongan trying to get some momentum, and last is Divine Dance. They've been skipping along out in front, and Neves Valentine by a length off the inside somewhat. I Deliver second, caught wide Hey Bear, and now Trial Lawyer putting the neck down, only a couple away, striding after the trio well, and from the back getting going is Timing is Everything between Fortis and on the outside Negon's Edge. Forest Brother taken off around the outside is making good ground. In behind them is Yongan and last Divine Dance. 5/16 to run, and have they got a chance to catch Neves Valentine? Neves Valentine at huge odds is 4 in front. Now Trial Lawyer trying to make up the headway in second. And down the stretch they come. Neves Valentine 2.5 to Trial Lawyer. Trial Lawyer pegging the leader back. Neves Valentine trying to spring the big upset here. Trial Lawyer desperate to make up the ground, but they come inside the final 16th, and Neves Valentine has run them off their legs. Neves Valentine's got this one. A brilliant ride by Stephen Bayan. Neves Valentine on the front end by almost 4 lengths. 3 3/4 to Trial Lawyer. Third placing Negon's Edge, and then Yongan. $144.02. Moves in, the field is all in and locked up. Gates fly back, they're off. A great start on the rail for Marcher down the alley in front. Away well, Duchess of Duke and Kinghorn is third. Right up in the centre is the newcomer Leroy Anna from Mindful Chatter. Room up the inside for La Canella. Out wide in the early stages, Never Home. And as they turn out the stretch in the second position from the rail is Sonic Sister, but they're well packed up. And Marcher down the alley in front. By a length to Duchess of Duke, and on the inside, Leroy Anna. Racing around them, Kinghorn, caught a bit wide, Mindful Chatter. La Canella on the inside of Sonic Sister, and a length and a half to Never Home is at the back. The first quarter, 24-2, and going up on the outside here is Duchess of Duke. Duchess of Duke goes out to lead by almost a length to Marcher down the alley. Going up third on the outside, Mindful Chatter in the centre, Kinghorn. On the inside is Leroy Anna. 1 away, Sonic Sister. Back on the rail is La Canella, and Never Home remains the back marker. They have a half mile to run. The first half was 48-3. And out in front, Duchess of Duke cannot break away. Marcher down the alley coming on the inside. A Mindful Chatter set alight. Mindful Chatter's a length and a half away third. And now running home nicely, Sonic Sister on the outside of Kinghorn. Then La Canella, Never Home takes off now. And Leroy Anna's gone to last. They come to the quarter. Duchess of Duke, Marcher down the alley. Running on, Mindful Chatter, Sonic Sister the outside, top of the stretch, and Duchess of Duke turns in front. The danger, Sonic Sister, and Mindful Chatter kicks on the inside, Marcher down the alley. They race inside the final furlong here, and Sonic Sister on the outside. Mindful Chatter coming up in the centre, and as they come inside the final 16th, a battle going on, but Sonic Sister's winning it, and Sonic Sister coming away. Sonic Sister has gone on to score by about a length. Close for second, it's a head bob either way. Duchess of Duke and Mindful Chatter, and behind them Kinghorn. And they're all in. Locked up. And they're off. A perfect start. Rocco Point, one of the best away, showing early speeders. Biography for the lead in the centre. Got out now, spurts clear. Quattrocento to second. Josh is between horses handy. Right behind them, Regal Mark rolls up the rail. Dipping in behind is Betten Aces, and up in the centre, Titanico. And the early trailer is Niobe Cruiser. They're stretching out here as Biography has a good pace and leads by a length and a half, Quattrocento. 2.5 to Joshy. Regal Mark is fourth. A break in the field, Betten Aces, Titanico, who's about 8 lengths off the lead. Then Rocco Point, and unable to keep up early is Niobe Cruiser, but they've been flying 21-3 the first quarter. And Biography by And Quattrocento closing in pretty well. Under hard riding, Joshy keeps abreast in third. Then Regal Mark, Rocco Point making ground behind Titanico. Quattrocento after Biography as they come down the stretch. Up the inside, Regal Mark. Down the outside, Joshy. 4 chances here. And it's now Quattrocento joined by Regal Mark up the inside. And down the outer is Joshy. Regal Mark trying to get Quattrocento, but Quattrocento's stubborn. Quattrocento tackled by Joshy. It's going to be tight here, but Quattrocento's won it from Joshy and Regal Mark, and then Titanico and Biography. And the time is 1:10:78.